Hi, so I wanna take you through the benefits of Patafile in a way that you can understand. So if you have an account, you log in. If you don't have, you create one here for free for 1 month. But let me take you through this real quick. That's a security measure. So once you're in Patafile, I want to just take you through how an advocate or a law firm that's using Patafile experiences it. So you will see this is a dash. You will see the dashboard. The dashboard is just the summary of the activities in your firm. All right. See the dashboard. You'll be able to see recently assigned tasks and due and upcoming tasks here. Upcoming fee notes and fee notes are due today. I have at least one fee note due today. So it always reminds you and gives you like a summary of how your firm is doing. All right. So that is the dashboard. But today I want to take you through matters, because matters is the heart and soul of your legal practice, and I want to take you through matters extensively. So here are my matters. They are not 14. They read 14 because I have selected prioritized matters. So in a firm you could have 1,000 matters, but you wouldn't want to, every time you get into the office, all these matters pop up before you. So that's why you select, you choose the ones that you want to prioritize, and I can show you how you do that. This is how you prioritize a matter. So you just come and select that. So once you select that, it's dropped into the priority matters. All right. So if you wouldn't want to be overwhelmed by all your matters, all you need to do is just elect to see prioritized matters for the week or for the day, and then you'll be able to see only the matters that you've prioritized to work on. So that's why it's viewed like this, right? But for this video, I'll show you all the matters. So these are all the matters. Matters, you can search for them right here, just so that you filter the matters. There could be thousands of matters, as I said, but you have the facility to filter even using these shortcuts. You can filter the different practice area matters. You can filter the different matters in different places, right? So a matter, you can click on a matter and then you see all the details surrounding that matter, and this is what I want to take you through. So first you will see that this is the type of the matter, and then this is the open date. It's a divorce proceeding. The file location is in my desk. It has been prioritized. All right. And the details of the matter are as such. This is the original lawyer, the acting lawyer, the case number, the court name, the location. And then this is the timeline of the matter. So it's a divorce matter. You first start with obtaining instructions. You file the divorce petition. You serve the divorce petition. You prepare application and registrar certification. Once the matter is certified, ready for hearing, and a hearing date is issued, you start preparing for direct examination, like that. All right. But I'll take you through what this means. But this is the trajectory of the matter. All right. So the matter has documents. Documents could be pieces of evidence that you intend to rely on, or pieces of pleadings that you're preparing. All right. And they could be in the format of scanned documents or in the format of a live link that is linked to Google Docs, so that you can work on them in real time. All right. So as I said, they could be in the format of scanned documents, which you add there the normal way you add a document, or they could be in the format of a link, which you can add as a Google Docs link right here. All right. Let me show you examples. So for instance, a marriage certificate is a scanned document. You can view the document right there. View the document. This is how it looks. It's a scanned document, so you'll be able to see it scanned in your firm, or it can be a link. So for instance, the petition hearing is a link. So you open it and it shows you the petition that you're working on. All right. So in essence, you are able with Patafile to work from anywhere, because if you have this, that means you can continue typing and it saves, and then once you're done, you download and upload on e-filing. And at the same time, as I showed you, you have now the scanned documents as well. So you can have all your pieces of evidence right here, and at the same time you can have your live links that you work on. All right. And of course, if you want to search a particular document, you can search for it here and search, and you can search, if there are many, you can search based on the document category. All right. There are tasks. So tasks are basically assigned, what tasks have been assigned on this matter, right? So you can assign a task in this matter. You say maybe prepare submissions, you describe it, you put the due date, you put the priority, and then you assign someone or a number of people. You can actually assign more than one person if the task calls for more people to be assigned. All right. And then you can put in the reminders. So you can put the reminders based on frequency, or the reminders based on when the task ought to be due, so that you're reminded as the person who assigned that task. So you can, task is also a very important feature, and then you can find out which tasks were due today belonging to this matter, which tasks are of high priority that are still not done, or which tasks concerning this matter were assigned to a particular assignee, and which tasks are still pending, etc. So tasks helps you assign tasks and manage your team. Timesheets shows you like how much time was taken in a particular task. So for instance, if you want someone, say, to prepare submission for this matter, you will come and elect a timesheet, start the timesheet. The time will run, and then once this person is done, they can stop the timesheet, and then they'll title it, say, prepare submissions, preparation of submission. They'll type how they prepared it, that was the start, that was the date, and then they can put in the matter in question. So that was Rose. Right? Rose, and then they can put in the location upon which they were working. So if it was an office, etc. So basically the timesheets enables you to time your different tasks, right? Now, that was the timesheets. The notes, but before we go to the notes, all these matters, I will go to the stages before we go to the notes. All these matters have a trajectory. This is the trajectory. So after you've opened your farm, you will come to settings and then tailor make the different matter types. So assuming you practice in this area, so conveyancing, succession, general employment law, rundown matters, labor law, divorce proceedings, etc. Each one of these have their own trajectory. So you first add the matter that you of your practice area. It's pretty fast. You can just add the matter, conveyancing, the code, and then you describe. And then after you've added that, now once you already have the matter, you can now set the trajectory. So the trajectory is basically a step-by-step movement of how the file or the matter is expected to move. So if this is like conveyancing subdivision of land, it has, you start with official start, you go to the registry index map, you go to taking measurements of operations. So you put all this trajectory, and in between this trajectory you can put in these different timelines. So for instance, from official search to registry index, what activities needs to be done in between here, and then you put them under the timelines, and then you'll be getting the reminders each time you have milestones in between these stages. But these are the major milestones. So for the minor milestones, you put in timelines and you'll be reminded automatically. All right. So that's why in the matter that I was trying to show you, it has a trajectory down here. All right, so this is a divorce trajectory. So these are the steps. So whenever you are to move to the next stage, you just come and put in the date that moved. So if it's today, you submit. This green will move here, and then at a glance you're able to see how the case is progressing. So currently it's here. It shows you this matter started 3 weeks ago, and also the last activity that was done on this matter, the last milestone that was achieved on this matter is 2 weeks ago. And basically all the team members are on the same page. Everyone now knows this is how a divorce trajectory needs to go. And in between here, as I showed you, there could be different activities that you get to be reminded within specific durations of time, so that you are always proactive and always on top of your matters. All right, so I thought that was important. We go to notes. Notes are basically pieces of information. So the milestones, the different milestones, let me just go back to the timelines. So these different milestones, whether it's this main one or the ones in between, are captured through notes. So after you've obtained instructions, you will do a number of things in between here before you file the divorce. After you file the divorce, you'll do a number of things in here before you service you serve the divorce petition, like that. There's always going to be activity. So the notes just captures the different activities. So if you're in court, for instance, if it's not a divorce matter but it's a litigation matter and you are given directions, you'll come and add them under notes. So you will choose your category. It can be court attendance notes, it can be case progress notes, whatever it is. But I advise people to just use one category, because using multiple categories can be a bit overwhelming. So you can just have case progress as the main category, and each time there is an activity that has been done, your team members can capture this here. All right, so once that is captured under notes, of course it will be listed here under all these notes. But then ultimately, if you want to auto-generate a status report, you will come to this particular client, and then you go to the particular notes that you want to auto-generate. You choose the duration that you want. It can be, say, from this particular period to date, and then you generate the report. So once you generate the report, it will give you all the notes that have been updated in a chronological fashion. But you can see, as for me, I only have one note. So if your team has been updating the different notes, you will have like an auto-generated report of how this matter is doing. All right, so that is the notes. Let me go back. That's the notes. The calendar basically shows the different dates that this matter has been assigned. So as you can see, this matter has just started, so there's no date. But I can show you another matter which has been having dates. So say this, you can view the calendar there, and you will be able to see the past dates that have come. See, it came in for mention to revert on the progress, hearing on the application, specifically on Group 3 of the application, final day for filing submissions. So these were dates which were assigned. The assignment of dates, of course, takes place through the calendar feature itself. So once you're given a date, you just come and add the date. So if it's a mention, you describe the date. When is it? When is the date? When is the location? Is it a high priority matter? And then you choose the matter in question. You assign who is to attend, who will be attending the matter in court, etc. And then they will be listed in the calendar as such. So when you have your matters, they'll be listed here in your calendar like this. So at a glance, you're able to see, say on this day you have this matter, on this day you have this matter, divorce, on the day you have that matter, like that. All right, so let's proceed. So the calendar, the dates, as I was showing you, are both listed inside the matter here, but also they are listed on the calendar there. So each time you can either find out the date directly from the calendar, or you go to the matter itself, the matter in question itself, and check under the calendar tab which date is coming up. All right, so let's proceed. We were under the calendar, now we go to clients. So the clients tab basically hosts a number of things. One is the client that you raise fee notes for. So I'll show you. This is where you come and raise fee notes. You click add fee note, you add fee note, and then you select who has done the billing, who in the team has done the billing, when is the fee note due, how much, the date it was billed, of course it's today, how much is in question. You can either add a flat fee or a time entry fee. Time entry, basically you add your hourly rate and the number of hours taken, and then it will auto calculate. But for flat fee, you just add the flat fee. If it has a tax element, you add it right there and you describe it what it's for. All right, and then once you do that, you will get now the fee note. So under the client, still under the client tab, these are the action points. You can add a fee note, you can add an expense, you can generate a bill of course. But under the client itself, you can get the status reports. That's the kind of reports that I auto-generated earlier. You can see the receivables, how much is yet to be paid, total payments 0, outstanding balance 0. I didn't raise a fee note for this client, but I can raise right now. It's a perfect opportunity. So let me just raise the fee note right now and even show you how it's done. So you add a fee note. The person billing, of course, is myself. When is it due? I can say end of this month. When was it billed? I can say today. How much is a flat fee? This was about 70,000. 70,000. Let me make it simple math there. And then this was towards representation for this divorce matter. All right. So that's that. Then I can add a fee note. Okay. So once I add a fee note, this is how it looks. So this is the computation. This is how it looks. The client had paid me 35,000, half of this. So if that be so, whenever a client comes and pays you an amount, you come and report payment right there and say that the client did make payments. That was why M-Pesa, amount was 35,000, and then there was no discount, date paid. I don't know when it was exactly, but let me put in that date, and then I can add payment. So once I add payment, it reduces the outstanding balance automatically, and then you can print the fee note. You can print the fee note right there. You can print the fee note right there. As you can see, this is this looks really good. It shows you the client, it shows you the matters in question, it shows you that it was towards representation of this divorce matter. That's the amount that was paid. The reported payments on this day, this amount was paid by mobile money, the actual amount being 35,000, and this 35,000 is due on March 31st. And on this day, you will see on the dashboard, it reminds you, and it sends you also a push notification on your phone. All right. So I mean, it's a really professional way of doing things. So it's really a professional way of doing things. So under client tab, as I showed you, you have you can see the receivables now. How much has been paid? 35,000. How much is outstanding? 35,000. So no amount crosses you. All right. And then also, as I'd shown you earlier, under the client, if there are disbursements that you want to capture under this matter, you just capture them under expenses. All right, just add the expenses, you describe what the expenses are for, so you don't end up financing your clients' matters. All right. Still under clients, as showed you, there's status, there's receivables, and there's now the billing. So this is all that there is client, and of course there's the details, the details of the particular client in question. Right? There's the details of the particular client in question. If you've added all their details, you'll be able to see them here. I don't know if I have a client that has added the details. Let me see. These are the details. No. Let me see which client has added details here. Yeah, you'll be able to see the details for number, email, location, or whatever it is that you've added as the details for the client. All right, so we continue. So we go to places. So places are basically it shows you, this shows you the default color of the file. It's a maroon file. You can already deduce it from this color which you had set for yourself, or here, and it's on Gerald Kitty's desk. So since files rarely move on their own, if you elect where they are, it can be a very efficient way of retrieving them. So you already know that it's on Gerald Kitty's desk and it's a maroon file. So when you go here, you're not looking for a yellow file or a green file. You're just looking for this particular file. And why this is important is because other files have different colors. Like every file would have its own different color. This is also a maroon file. This is a black file. This is a green file. So I mean, all files have different colors, and that helps you locate them. Okay. So that's the places. Shows you the color, and where it is client boardroom. All right. If you want to add the photos, you can add as well. You can add photos via your phone and upload them. This was more relevant during the old times when physical files were the norm. And then matter stages are shown you. These are the matter stages. So this is where we are: obtaining instructions, filing the divorce petition, service of divorce petition, preparation of application, certification of matter ready, and issuance of hearing date. So this is how the case progresses. After each stage, it is listed here. All right. And then of course changing stages dates will be triggered automatically from stage 1 to the next. If you had preset the interim stages, they'll send you reminders via email and notification. Now under settings, how do you get these emails and notifications? So you come to here and then you renew token. Okay, ensure you renew your token such that you will now be notified on your subscription even when page is closed. So whenever you are notified, it comes and pops up here. So the same you can do for your phone. You go to your settings and notification, and a notification on your phone, you renew the notification token. So anytime you're notified on anything, or you had preset an activity that needed you to be notified, it's automatically sent to your phone and email. All right. So I mean, I don't know if there's anything that I needed to elaborate. Maybe I just use another case to just show you a couple of other things. So if this is a conveyancing case has its own also trajectory. As you can see, drafting of sale agreement, signing of the sale agreement, valuation of consents, rights clearance, stamp duty, lodging of documents, capital gains. So it has its own trajectory as well. So if you are into the different practice areas, you set your own trajectory under the settings, and as and when the file moves, you just elect the date that it moved and submit, and then it moves to the next stage like that, and it gives you automated reminders. Okay, so once you've closed the case, say this is a conveyancing case and you've closed it, you'll just come here and archive it, so it will no longer be seen on the list of all the matters unless you go to the archived matters. So under matters, again, I showed you earlier that there are all these categories that you filter. So there'll be my matters. My matters are matters that you have been elected to be in conduct of. So in a law firm setting, there are different personnels that are assigned different matters. So if you've assigned specific matters, you can filter all the other matters in the firm and just have your matters. Then archived matters are the matters that have been archived. So these are matters which have been flagged. As you can see here, it shows you an archive. That means it was flagged as archived. So those are archived matters. If you've closed the files and you're no longer active or in conduct of those matters, then you can archive them. And when you archive them, like if you archive them, you can even create a place in your house where you can put them. So you can have all these. You can create a cabinet in your house where you can move all the archived matters. You don't have to maintain them in your office. And each time you need them, all you need to do is just come to the archived matters, and then you choose the particular matter, and you already see it. You already see where it is. All right, like Kitty's desk, and this is the color. So it helps towards that end. Priority matters is another very interesting feature because it reduces the noise in the firm. So if you have specific matters that you have to sort out in that particular week as a matter of priority, then you elect them as prioritized matters, and each time you get into the firm and log into Patafile, all you see is the priority matters, and you can follow through with them. Once they are no longer of priority, or you've achieved the task that you wanted to do, you remove them from the priority list. All right. So I don't know if there's any other thing that I have not shown you. So when you're adding matters, you add the matter type. So once you add, say, a matter type, say conveyancing, say you add a conveyancing matter, right? Conveyancing, automatically under the trajectory, let me say transfer of subdivision and transfer of block 734 Mavoko, just as an example, right? So I won't fill all these details. So of course you can fill all these details if you so wish. You can put the description, it's a transfer of land, needs to be transferred, blah 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 blah, for the purposes of blah blah blah. You can put a reference code, you can put an open date, the original lawyer, the acting lawyer, and then you can put in the client, either off the cuff, the company, etc. And then you can put in the place where the file is. And if you opened a physical file also, you can choose the color of the file in question. If it's a green file, if it's a blue file, you choose. And then of course these details are if it's a litigation matter or a case matter, and then you add the matter. So for me, I'll just add the matter, right? So once I add the matter, as I said, this is already a conveyancing subdivision of land matter. So down here in the trajectory, it's already pre-filled. If you had filled it in the settings, then it's pre-filled. All right, so that's what it means. This is your notification for the different things happening in your firm. If someone has been assigned a task, etc, etc, etc. If you prioritize a matter, that means anytime someone does anything, assignment of tasks, uploads a document, you're notified by your email or your phone through push notifications. So I mean, that's it. All these others have different functionalities, but they revolve around matters. So I thought I should just cover matters, and I will touch on a bit of everything that's available under all these other other categories. Under settings also, if you are big on litigation, you'll have to add the different magistrates and judges, and once you do that, you can add their details there, right? And once you do that, you can also add the different court links. Like you see, this is a virtual link for this Honorable Albert Losolita. Albert Losolita sits in Mombasa. So if you want to go to Matters for Albert, or if you have a court case and you want to join court but you don't have the link, if you had already pre-filled it, all you would need to do, we need to delete this. This was a fictitious a matter, just to demonstrate, so that's not the actual matter. But in case you need to join anything, say this, you will come and check out who is sitting. Or if you want to join another court matter, which matter works, say which matter is good. Let's go to Samuel Losolita, the Losolita matter. Yeah, this one is what handles. So you see, this is Albert Losolita. If you want to join the virtual link, you just click there and it takes you directly to Teams, and then you join the meeting. Of course, there's no meeting right now, but if there were, you just directly be taken into court. So you wouldn't need to keep looking for these virtual links every day, every morning. Sometimes it's a bit of a hassle. So you just add them under the settings once, and for any matter that is handled by that quorum, you add. Same to opponents. If you have matters with a particular advocate, you just add them once, and each time you add them once, and all their details there. So if you add say with their phone numbers and emails, it becomes pretty easy to, like this one has their phone there, their address. It becomes pretty easy to get to them whenever you need a clarification or whenever you need them to indulge you on a particular matter. So those are some of the benefits of connecting matter opponents or other law firms to a particular matter. All right. What else? Opponents or the farm places. The farm places are the different places in your farm where files will most likely frequent. So when a file moves to a particular place, all you need to do is just elect that it's there. How do you do that? You say open the matter, you go to places, and then you update file location. You say it's in this particular place, say lower cabinet, something like that, and then you update. So once you update, it will show that this file now moved to this place just now. So anyone looking for that file in the farm will search for it, and then it will find it, and it will find the place and even how long it was placed there. If you hover, it shows you it was placed there right on that date, today at that time. All right, so I mean, Patafile really makes work a lot easier for advocates. It's something that I highly encourage people to try out. I've tried to show you the different matter settings. You're wondering how do those logos and details come up in your fee notes. This is where you go to matter settings, you click manage, and then you put in all the farm information, the branding information, and the access groups. And then each time you auto-generate a document, it comes out with your logo, pre-filled logo, etc. So that's how it is. Payment, you're wondering how you'll be making payments. You just come to plan and billings. This is your pay bill number. This is your auto-generated account number, unique auto-generated number. So you just pay in via pay bill and will be paid, and your account will be opened. If you already have a balance in the account, you wouldn't need to pay. How do you add team members? So once you've signed up, this is how you add team members. You add a member there, you put in their email address, their password, you confirm their password, you elect them as admin so that they can help you add farm cases, and then you put in their number, their title means their first name, their last name, and then you add them as members. So using their credentials, they'll be able to log into your farm. All right. What else have I not covered? Document categories. These are just basically the document categories that you want to be added. So whenever you're adding a document, you'd want to flag it under a category. So if it's a case log, you title it, you put the matter in question, but then you have to choose the category here. What is it? Is it statute? Is it a general document? Is it agreement? Is it pleadings? So those are what I meant by document category. Matter types, notes categories, the same thing. So basically that's in a nutshell what Patafile is all about. I don't know if I've covered extensively what it really entails, but in case of any questions, feel free to call me via 0718 242850. I'll be happy to do any explaining that you need, and even help you out come on board. So thank you, and may God bless you.